Grand rising, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your week has started okay. I wish you guys all the best. This is Denzamos. First of all, you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self-development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us. Give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. So, empaths. One of the things that will break you free from the narcissist, to detach permanently, emotionally from them, will be the moment you understand the energetic field around the narcissist, okay? So many times you hear a lot of videos. Everybody talks about narcissist this and narcissist that. They have their truth, of course, whether it's in a medical way, psychological way. They have some truth in there, okay? You can carry that along with you. It will help you. But the real energy of a narcissist, ladies and gentlemen, that you don't even hear about often, is that narcissists carry around a very dark energy, okay? There is things that have happened in a narcissist's life, the choices they have done or they have made, the direction they have chosen, and for some reason, the narcissist has been doing everything that describes evil. Now, when a person surrenders fully into evil, that's when they are going to lose track of themselves. So the light that initially shined within that person will start to darken, okay? And different narcissists vibrate at different frequencies. There are some of them who are very deep into their narcissism. Maybe they have upgraded their narcissism. So those ones, they may appear to be darker than the other ones, okay? But in whichever you want to look at it, you need to understand that a narcissist has got a very dark energy around them. Now, when you meet the narcissist as an empath, you will start that relationship with a very beautiful light. And things will sometimes, maybe often, tend to kick off, okay? You know, you guys, you just met, you're so excited. You know, you met this beautiful, nice girl, you met this handsome man, everything looks lovey-dovey, you're so happy. Like anybody else. As the time goes on, you start to experience a lot of dark activity around you. I'm talking about negative activity. Okay? Seems like nothing is taking off. Sometimes you might even realize they are doing better than you. You know, some of those narcissists, when you start those relationships, it may come to that sense where you feel like they're even doing better than you. They may sometimes get a nice job. They may get promotions. They're going to experience something taking off in their lives. But on the other hand, you as the individual, the empath, your life starts falling apart, okay? Health-wise, you lose it. Financially, you lose it. Emotionally, you lose it. Everything starts breaking down. That is simply because you're around a very dark individual. We're talking about spiritually because you don't see these things on the 3D. You don't look at a person in physical form and you think that they have a dark shadow. You have to understand these things on the 3D, okay? When they have tapped into your energy, that is what is going to help them to thrive. Okay, so what really happens? The reason why you hear people talking about energy vampires, that is simply because they are feeding off of your energy. So they are feeding off of your light. You guys have already heard people talking about the narcissist is after your energy. Okay. Now, as much as they want to be around you, it may be nice and comfortable to be around you because they know you're a good person. Okay. You mean well, they know it. You're very loving, they know it. You're very forgiving, you're very sympathetic, you're very empathetic, you're very kind, they know it. Those are all the qualities that makes an empath shine and stand out from other people. Because there are some people who don't even know anything about all those qualities that you hold as an empath. Now, as much as this individual wants to be around you, you have to understand that the two of you in that entanglement and relationship, you are both vibrating at different frequencies. So you are an individual of light, and those guys are individuals of darkness. Okay? And usually, you might have figured out at some point, it feels like whenever they're around you, they're kind of getting irritated every now and then. It may not happen all the time, but every now and then you're going to figure out those guys are extremely irritated just by you being around. And that doesn't really mean that because they're irritated, they're going to let you go. They will not let you go. Okay? They know the importance and your value. They will not let you go. But at the same time, it is very disturbing for them to be around you. So usually your light will irritate those narcissistic individuals. You might not be a person who has known this before. Probably you've been dealing with one, you wasn't even aware. Even sometimes you've been dealing with one who doesn't even know that they're narcissists. You might come to that sense where, let's say you guys are together. And these are the things I've continually seen. Well, I don't see them anymore because I'm not in any relationship with a narcissist. But you might recognize that whenever you guys are together, there is always something to fight about. Okay? The day started well. You guys went to bed, everything was okay. You woke up in the morning, and then they brought up something to argue. Out of the blue. You don't know how it started. Now they started waking up and starting fighting with you. No particular reason. Sometime when you're sitting around them, maybe say you guys are watching a movie or something, you may sometimes recognize that they're walking away very slowly away from you. Okay? Usually, on a physical level, it feels like they're trying to give you some space. Not very far away from them, but they're trying to kind of run away from your aura and from your energy. So they may sometimes move across the living room and sit in the opposite sofa. And that thing may go on, and you may sometimes think, what is wrong with them? Why don't they want to cuddle around with me? You guys, when you're watching some movies online, on Netflix or whatever, they are trying not to cuddle with you, okay? They are going to go and sit. Oh, I want to sit the other side. This is something I used to see with the greater narcissist. Oh, I'm going to sit the other side. You know, why? Because I'm comfortable here. That chair is too small. So there was all kinds of excuses for them not to sit around me. And sometimes there will be cases like I've seen already, whereby you guys have gone to sleep. And for some mysterious reason, you woke up in the middle of the night and the narcissist was out of the bed. They're in the kitchen, they're eating a cookie, 2 o'clock in the night, they're having a coffee, they're watching something on TV, maybe they're playing with the dog, maybe they're on their phones. Sometimes they may run away from you to go and sneak around on their phones. Okay, so most of the times, the narcissist usually feels the intensity of your energy because I've told you, empaths, you guys have got a very authentic energy. Now, if you're living with a person who is inauthentic, usually there is something that's going to click in their mind and they will not usually enjoy spending too much intimate moments with you. They can only come in for a particular reason, maybe for sex or maybe sometimes there are some guests around. They may try to pretend and come around and sit around with you. But usually when you're alone, you're going to see these individuals slightly walking away from you, going in the opposite sofa, running out of bed in the middle of the night, doing something extraordinary. Sometimes they're always excusing themselves. They don't want to be at home. When you ask them, where have you been? They will tell you things like, oh, there was something going on at work. We had an extra meeting, and so many excuses they will give, okay? And you may think that's a coincidence, but actually what is really happening, the narcissist, they have a lot to hide, okay? They have a lot to hide. And normally they think what they're hiding is the darkness that is within them, inside of them. They have a lot of darkness inside of them. It's why you see that energy of hatred, The narcissist wakes up, they have a grumpy face. They wake up in anger. You didn't tell them nothing, you didn't say nothing, they're all of a sudden angry. Any moment they can kick off. So it's like you don't know what to expect when you wake up in the morning. You don't know if you're going to have a beautiful day with them, or you don't know if things are going to turn west all of a sudden, somewhere in the middle of the day. You're just there walking on eggshells, and you actually don't know what you're going to expect on that particular day. Now, when you guys have to understand, I've told you, when a person is vibrating with light, they've got this aura around them. A person who vibrates at a very low frequency, they've got a very dark aura around them. Whenever those two auras meet, there's usually chaos starts happening around the two of you, okay? So energetically, they feel this light, okay? When they're around you, they feel it. They like it because they want to tap into that light, because I've told you, darkness always gravitates towards the light. So they want to tap into that aura. They want to be a part of it. But at the same time, they cannot contain it because the aura is too bright for them. So I could give you another scenario. For example, you may sometimes see a narcissist. It's very cold, A lot of you guys who live in the Western countries, Europe, whatever, America, Canada, very cold. It's a very cold day. And you're going to see the narcissist opening all the windows. All of a sudden, they are hot. I remember personally when I used to be with this greater narcissist. All of a sudden, they would stop in the middle of the way, and they would go and ask for ice cold water. Ice cold water, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even cold. Sorry, it's not even warm. The weather is just normal. You will go and ask for normal water. And I used to ask this person, why do you like drinking this ice cold water? And they will gulp this water. It doesn't matter if it's 1 liter or 2. They'll gulp that water in an instant. So they are feeling the heat, okay? You see, a lot of times people don't understand empaths, They think they do understand who you are, but actually, energetically, they don't understand the aura and the energy that is around you, okay? So every now and then, my dear empaths, what I'm trying to say, you're going to experience sessions where the narcissist will actually be very, very uncomfortable, okay? They will run out of bed. They will kick off a fight out of the blue. They are going to separate themselves, sleep in the other side. Sometimes you may go to bed and they are going to sleep in the sofa. Not all the time, but I'm saying every now and then, okay? It is because whenever you're around that vicinity, in that place, in that home, in that house, they are feeling your energy very intensively. Sometimes you may see cases where the narcissist is going to start sweating, They are going to sweat out of the blue. It's too cold. Normal weather, everybody is okay. The narcissist is sweating. They are pouring somewhat on their face. You can see sweat coming out of their heads. You don't even understand where this sweat is coming from. That is simply because they are burning up, okay? So sometimes your light is very irritating and extremely uncomfortable, okay? When you're around people with dark energies, okay? So for the empaths to heal, understand that sometimes there is things you have to know, okay? Not even sometimes, always. There is things you have to know. A lot of times when you're hearing this information about narcissists, people don't tell you the other details, okay? So there's actually a spiritual element attached to narcissism that many people don't talk about. Simply because some of them don't understand what it is. They don't know about it because they have studied something different in school, or they have learned about something different, whatever, online or in books, but there is a spiritual element attached to narcissism, which many people around the world do not talk about because simply they don't know what it is. But for the ones who know, we'll come around and give you the truth, okay? So I don't know if I'm talking to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what has been the experience when you was around these individuals. If you have seen these things I'm talking about, them running around in the kitchen, running around in the bathroom, sometimes you're on the bed, they're running to the toilet. Every now and then, they cannot sit in one place. They're always uncomfortable. They feel uneasy around you. They feel irritated. They are sweating. They are drinking very ice cold water. Sometimes they're opening the windows, even in minus temperatures. Sometimes they're running out of bed. Those things happen when you're around very dark individuals. Let us know if you have seen this stuff that I'm talking about. So you guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.